up just after 2 on a D&D.
Where was he picked up?
Cheers, on the Jasmine Allen. When he was approached, he tried to do a runner.
It's not every day you get to see an ex-colleague banged up in one of your own cells.
Warn you, it's not a pretty sight.
Jack Meadows.
Hello, Jeff.
I can't believe it. Of all the nicks to get dragged into. Well, I'm not going to lie to you, Jack. I am embarrassed.
Well, just a minute.
But if it's all the same to you, could we do this some other time? My guts are doing somersaults.
What's going on?
Look, don't make this any harder than it already is.
Where'd you get the bruises in?
I had a few too many last night. Decided to walk it off.
What, on the Jasmine Allen at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Not as steady on my feet as I thought. Had an argument with the pavement.
You look a mess.
It's nothing a gallon of black coffee and a change of clothes won't cure.
So, how long's it been? 20 years?
Forget it. I'm not in a nostalgic mood. Well, what do you want me to do? Go down on my knees and beg forgiveness?
His name's Tommy White. He's been looking after the place for Danny the last couple of weeks.
This Danny's the owner of the flat, is he?
Yeah, Danny Webster. He's on holiday abroad, I think.
He's still breathing. Did you call for the ambulance?
I would have done it sooner if I'd realised. I heard voices last night. Sounded like someone was having a right go at him.
Yeah. Did you see anything?
Had my hands full with this one.
Look, I tell you what, let's go and talk in your flat, yeah, out of everybody's way. Dave, you stay here.
Right.
How well did you know Mr. White?
Like I said, he only moved in about 2 weeks ago. Kept himself to himself.
Do you know if he's got any relatives we should get in touch with?
I don't know. He didn't have any visitors. Not until last night.
What time did you hear all the shouting?
About 1:30. He woke me up. My bed's right up against the wall, see?
You didn't hear what they were arguing about by any chance?
He was a bloke. I know that. He was giving Tommy a right ear bashing. Then I heard these other noises.
What sort of noises?
Heavy noises. Bangs, thumps.
Yeah, go on.
Someone opened the front door and then it went quiet. It wasn't until I went to get the milk in this morning that I noticed it was still open. Can't get it out of my head, him lying there.
Slip me out the back door, eh, Jack?
Take care of yourself, Jeff.
Anything, Jeff?
One passport.
He travels light, I'll give him that.
It's an entry stamp for Spain dated 1977.
He gave up the son and senoritas for this dump.
Maybe he got tired of it. Had a yearning for English beer and fish and chips.
It's not exactly the Ritz, is it? Looks like you've hit the jackpot, Jim.
Must be over £5 there.
Snap. Calls himself Edward Craven in this one.
Let's have a look. Yeah, it could be. Date of birth's about right.
What, you know him?
I know of him, yeah. Oh, come on. You must have heard of the Craven brothers. They used to run this patch.
Yeah, well, I've heard their reputation. Ted did a runner, didn't he?
Perhaps he had a guest last night.
These have been both washed and dried. Chances of lifting any prints of this are virtually nil.
Well, there's no sign of forced entry. Maybe he knew his attacker.
Liz.
Anything?
Most of the neighbours don't know anything about him, except one of them thinks they may have seen him down the railway bell.
Cuff. Jim Carver seems to have come across an old friend of yours.
Hey?
Ted Craven.
Back here?
Unfortunately, someone seems to have got to him before we did.
How do you mean?
He was found beaten unconscious in his flat on the Jasmine Allen.
The fractured ribs could be the least of his worries. I'm more concerned about internal injuries.
Thanks, Doctor. Gov,
How is it?
the doctor seems to think it's 50-50.
Is anybody in the frame?
Half of London, if you believe the stories.
Oh, you can believe them, all right. If anybody deserved a reputation, it was Joe and Ted Craven.
He had a run-in with some bloke in the pub last night.
To get a name?
A description. Early 40s, greying hair, medium height. It could be anybody.
No, he couldn't.
The landlord seems to think he was seeing a woman. They were in the pub together last night.
I've just been going through Ted Craven's personal belongings. Apparently he was wearing this when he was brought in. There's an inscription on the back.
Did Ted love Joe and Peggy?
Whoever they are.
Joe was Ted's brother. They had a falling out, but I doubt whether even Joe's reach could extend that far. Joe died of a heart attack a month ago. I think the man we're looking for was in custody this morning.
Twice in one day. This is an unexpected pleasure.
This is D.C. Jim Carver. So Caroline not around?
Caroline hasn't been around for the last 11 years. She walked out on me.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't be. From what I hear, she's doing all right for herself.
Well, actually, Jeff, I wanted to talk to you about this morning.
Well, I didn't think it was a social call, not after 19 years. You have to make it quick. I'm due at work in an hour.
And where's that?
Visit security. It's only temporary. Just till I get something better.
So where were you around about 2 o'clock this morning?
You know what I was doing? Walking off a gutful of ale.
On the Jasmine Allen estate?
Around there, yeah.
And when did you get the bruises?
What's going on?
Just answer the question, Jeff.
You know how I got them.
Well, you said you fell on the pavement and banged your head.
That's right.
Which pub were you drinking in?
I went to a few. I don't know. I can't remember.
The Railway Bell?
Possibly.
Listen, Jeff. We have a witness who saw a man answering your description approach another man in the Railway Bell last night. Now, there was an argument.
I don't believe this crap.
Now, that same man is lying in a hospital bed fighting for his life.
You mean Ted Craven?
So you admit you saw him last
I'll
night?
take your word for it. It was the Railway Bell. Are you really going to stand there and tell me you're bothered about what happens to that slag after what he did?
That was 20 years ago.
Might as well have been yesterday, as far as I'm concerned. If Ted Craven had testified against his brother, we could have put Joe away for good. He just didn't have the bottle.
Look, no one's making any excuses for what Ted Craven did.
Good, because if you ask me, he got what he deserved.
I am asking you, Jeff.
And I suggest you either caution me or get out.
Look, I'm just giving you the chance to explain. I'm arresting you for the assault on Ted Craven. You don't have to say anything. But it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned
Jack.
something you later line in court. Anything you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Oh, never expected to see the inside of one of these places again.
Come on, Jeff. You left the pub at 11:30 and you were picked up just after 2. So that leaves 2 whole hours unaccounted for.
How much does D.C. make these days? Bit more than we did in my day, I bet. Of course, you'll be wanting promotion eventually. That's something I never got.
The landlord at the Railway Bell said you were looking for a fight.
I was looking for a bit more than that. Ted Craven owes me.
Owes you for what?
20 years.
You can't leave it alone, can you?
You never were big on loyalty, were you, Jack?
Look, I'm just trying to make it easy.
Easy for who? I can understand why Ted did what he did. Family, I suppose. It's you I can't seem to figure out, Jack.
You lost a lot that day, didn't you, that Joe walked free? In fact, some people think you lost it altogether.
You should know.
Why were you so certain that Ted Craven had testified against his brother?
You don't know the half. You were too busy trying to get a foothold on the promotion ladder.
Ted Craven was your snout. You've only got yourself to blame for what happened.
I know where I made my mistakes, Jack. I was stupid enough to rely on those I worked with, those I trusted.
Did you honestly think that I'd back you up after what you did?
Loyalty always was in short supply with you.
You took your car out in broad daylight and tried to run Joe down. There were witnesses.
Your little speech at the Board of Inquiry didn't go amiss, did it? Earned you a few brownie points, I bet. At least I tried to do something.
Is that what happened when you saw Ted Craven in the pub? You thought you'd teach him a lesson? Dispense your own little bit of justice? That's it, isn't it? You saw him sitting there, bold as brass. You went over, you gave him a mouthful. You knew who he was, but you didn't want him to think that he'd got one over on you, did you?
We had words.
But that wasn't enough, was it? You wanted more. You wanted those 20 years back. You wanted to even the score.
I think you've been overdoing it, Jack.
Liz, this is Peggy, Ted's sister-in-law, and her son, Mark. Ted?
He can't hear you, Mrs. Craven. He's unconscious.
Come on, Mum.
This all must have come as a terrible shock to you.
Have you arrested him yet?
Who?
That mate of yours, Jeff Allwood. Been following Mum everywhere the last couple of weeks. Even turned up at the house last night asking about Ted.
About what time?
Around 12:30. Said he'd seen Ted in the pub, wanting to know where he was.
But you didn't know Ted was back yourself.
Of course we didn't.
What about you, Mrs. Craven?
It's typical of you lot. Won't take a straight answer from no one.
I want Jeff Allwood put away for this.
Yeah, well, we're not sure that...
Oh, I'm sure, all right. You didn't hear him mouthing off last night, making threats.
I arrived home just in time. It's getting way out of order.
He threatened you?
He said he was going to find Ted and finish it for good.
Some of us have got proper jobs to go to.
You can drop the act, Jeff. We checked with Business Security. They fired you last month.
They didn't fire me. I packed it in myself.
Taking too much time off. Apparently you prefer to spend it following Peggy Craven around. Right, let's try it again, shall we? And this time I want the truth.
Would you like to inspect these?
Tapes, innit?
Sign here, please.
A lot of paperwork, Jack.
Sir?
Right.
Interview with Jeff Allwood recommences at 13:18. Officers present are Detective Chief Inspector Meadows and Detective Constable Carver. I must remind you that you're still under caution.
Yeah, all right. I know the drill, son.
Right, I'm going to ask you again, Jeff. Where were you between 11:30 and 2 o'clock this morning?
I told you. I got into a barney with Ted Craven. I was feeling a little embarrassed, a little stupid, so I decided to walk it off.
The landlord of the Railway Bell said he had to restrain you from having a go at Ted.
Oh, come on, Jack. I was tanked up. I didn't know what I was doing.
And the bruises?
I've already told you.
I understand you met Mark Craven last night.
Peggy Craven's made a formal complaint against you. She says you were harassing her.
She also said you made threats to Ted.
This is ridiculous. You're going to take the word of that tart against mine?
You don't deny you went round to Peggy's last night?
No. No, I don't.
And that you threatened Ted?
It was the drink talking.
Very convenient. Alcohol-induced amnesia.
Now, just hang on a second. I don't like Ted Craven or any other member of that family, I'll give you that. That doesn't put me in the frame for assault.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Now you're getting cheap, Jack.
You're the only person that knew Ted Craven was back.
Peggy tell you that, did she? Ah, come on. There's only one reason why Ted would come back here after all this time. Especially now Joe's out of the way.
Peggy?
Her and Ted had an affair. Joe caught them at it one night. And he wasn't the forgiving sort, as you know. I knew Ted would surface sooner or later. At first I thought he'd show up at the funeral.
You went to his funeral?
Didn't take long for Ted to materialise. Of course, I didn't know for sure until last night, when I followed Peggy to that pub.
So Peggy Craven was the woman we'd said in the Railway Bell last night?
Yeah. I went in, and there he was. Just sitting there, as if nothing had ever happened.
And you went for him?
I couldn't stop myself. He made out I was off my trolley. Landlord held me back. Ted and Peggy got out of it. When that ape let me go, I went back to her place.
Peggy says Mark threw you out at 1:45. That still gives you just under an hour to get over to Ted's flat.
Be serious? After this little encounter, I could hardly walk.
So what were you doing on the Jasmine Island?
All right. I went looking for him. Now, if I'd found him, you'd be talking to the right man. But I didn't.
Can I have a word, Mrs. Craven?
Can't it wait?
No, I'm afraid it can't. You see, you've made some serious allegations and we have to follow them up.
You've got Jeff Allwood then, have you?
Mr. Hallwood is helping us with our inquiries, yes.
He was an odd one, even for a copper. Tried to run over my husband. Always had it in for him.
Your husband had a lot of enemies, didn't he? Including your brother-in-law.
He's still family.
Is Mark around?
He had to get back to the office.
Oh, yeah, the builder's yard on the Bamford Road industrial estate. I can remember when that was a front for one of your old man's rackets.
Don't you think this family's going for enough at the moment without you raking all that up?
Ted didn't get the welcome he thought he was going to get, did he?
You don't give up, do you?
I just want the truth.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mr. Horwood wasn't the only person who knew about you and Ted, was he? That's why I came back, isn't it? To pick up where I left off 20 years ago.
Always looking out for your own, ain't you? Coppers and ex-coppers, you all stick together.
Well, we can carry this on at the station if you want.
You've got a nerve. Ted!
Doctor!
I'm sorry, if you could just wait out
Peggy,
here.
come on, let them get on with their job.
Yeah, what is it?
I want to speak to Jack Meadows.
I'm afraid Mr. Meadows is out.
I've had enough of this. Get hold of him. Tell him it's important.
I'll see what I can do.
Why don't you just get lost?
Come on, Peggy. We all know about the affair. Joe and Ted falling out.
You don't know anything.
Can't have been easy, living with Joe. Particularly after he found out about you and Ted. Harder for you, though. What with Ted running off like that.
You don't know anything.
Jeff Horwood followed you into pub last night.
That man's off his head. He wants locking up in a padded cell.
The landlord also gave a description.
So I met my brother-in-law in a pub. It's not a crime, is it?
Ted wanted to get his feet back under the kitchen table, didn't he? With Joe out of the way, I thought he could just come waltzing back in.
It wasn't like that.
But you weren't having it, were you? Not after all those years on your own at the mercy of a thug like Joe.
How dare you speak about my husband like that?
Who else did you tell, Peggy? Who did you get to beat Ted up? Was it one of Joe's mates? I bet they're all lining up to have a go.
Gov, I don't think this is the place.
How is he?
Ted's out of surgery, Mrs. Craven, but he's still got a long way to go yet.
How do you mean?
I'm afraid he hasn't responded very well to the operation. We're going to need some more time.
You can wait, Becky, can't you? After all, you waited this long. Jim? Liz, you wait here. I think it's time we had a word with Mark. Are you Mark Craven?
Yeah, say that on the back.
It's D.C. Carver, I'm D.C.I. Meadows from Sun Hill. Can I have a word, please?
Yeah, we'll talk upstairs. Keep an eye on things for us, Peter.
You won't remember your Uncle Ted, will you, Mark? But before your time.
I know enough. I know he was ready to testify against his own brother.
Black sheep of the family.
Did you come here for any particular reason?
Remarkable woman, your mother. Must have been. Living with Joe Craven.
My father had respect.
That wasn't respect, that was fear.
Fear's the best kind of respect there is.
So there's no danger of you welcoming Ted back into the fold?
He's got no place here.
Too much of an embarrassment to the family pride.
Perhaps I should have a solicitor present.
If you think you need one.
An ex-copper turns up at our house making threats, and you come in here accusing me. What am I supposed to think?
From the look of Jeff Horwood, you're not shrinking violet.
I can look after myself. That's one thing Joe taught me.
OK, I'm listening.
I wasn't entirely straight with you this afternoon, Jack. You wound me up.
Go on.
It's about the bust-up between Joe and Ted, the reason why they fell out.
Yeah, you told us Peggy was having an affair with Ted.
A little more to it than that. The marriage had already run into problems by then.
Look, I haven't got the time to play guessing games, Jeff.
Joe Craven was sterile. He and Peggy couldn't have kids.
Did Ted tell you this?
Yeah.
Well, why the hell didn't you tell us this before?
He was my snout, Jack. He told me in confidence.
Any news? Must make things easier having Mark around.
Hasn't exactly been a bed of roses for him.
So how old is he now?
He's 20 this year.
Mind you, it can't have been easy for Joe, can it? Looking across the kitchen table every morning at somebody else's kid. Why didn't he tell us, Peggy? That's why he stuck around, isn't it? That's why he didn't leave Joe and run off with Ted.
You didn't just walk out on a man like Joe. It wasn't like nipping down to the divorce courts.
You were carrying Ted's child. See, we know you couldn't have children of your own with Joe. Was that the hold he had on you? The child? What did he do? He threatened to hurt the child if Ted testified. Did Mark know?
Why don't you stay away from us? Leave us alone.
He didn't, did he? He didn't know till Hallward paid you a visit last night. He couldn't wait, could he? He went straight around there. He wanted to see what his real father looked like. Jim? So tell us what happened last night after Jeff Hallward told you that Ted was back.
I went to bed. Why would I be bothered with a grass like that?
Because he's your dad. Didn't you want to speak to him? Find out why I left you? I would have done, my own father.
Joe's my dad. He brought me up.
Oh, come on, Mark. We talked to your mother. She's been living a lie all these years, and you're part of it.
Leave her out of this.
Last night she told you everything about your real father. And you wanted to stop any nasty secrets getting out.
It wasn't like that.
What was it like trying to kill your own father?
I didn't know he was my dad, not till I spoke to him.
So you did see him?
Mum went to bed. Said we should see Ted in the morning, sort things out. She was upset. So I went round there to tell him to get lost. We didn't want him round here.
But he wouldn't go, would he? He wanted to stay with his lad. So you gave him a pasting?
No. I went round there. He poured me a drink. Wanted to talk. I told him to leave. He didn't listen.
So what did you do?
Kept on going on about Dad, about Mum, what happened between them. Wouldn't stop.
Said he was your father?
I just laughed at first. It was just stupid. He was pathetic. I tried to get away. That's when he grabbed me, saying he wanted to be my dad. He wouldn't let go. I just snapped.
You hit him?
Next thing I know, he's lying on the floor. Didn't mean for it to happen.
You beat your own father to within an inch of his life. You're a craven, all right.
Interview terminated, 1958.
Gov.
Yeah.
Ted Craven died 10 minutes ago. The charge is now murder.
He should have stayed where he belonged, in the past. OK. Jeff.
Come see me off. No, Jack. I could have made D.C.I. Just a question of getting the right breaks. Always knew you'd go far. You played the game. But I did the right thing. Didn't I?
Ted Craven's dead. So do me a favour, will you? Just get on with your life.